Let's talk expectations for Mr. Jaren Hall against the Packers. All right, welcome back to Onebar and Lupagus show. I'm Onebar with Lupagus. Only a couple days to go before the New Year's Eve battle for the playoffs, and Jaren Hall will be leading the way for the Minnesota Vikings. So we got to talk realistic expectations. What should we expect?
Yeah, and my realistic expectation is that we hit 10,400 subscribers by the game, by kickoff. So hit the subscribe button right now.
Wow, I love it. Also, be sure, Underdog Fantasy, hit that link down in the description. Hit it up. Use that promo code SKOL. It will match up to your first 100 bones. Easiest and best place to play fantasy. Speaking of fantasy, I'm fantasizing of Jaren Hall throwing 7 touchdowns, 648 yards, and no interceptions.
Well, I'm glad you said that because this is what everybody wanted. This is what everybody's been clamoring for, the rookie quarterback to get the start after watching some horrible football with Josh Dobbs, some horrible football with Nick Mullins. So I do think a lot of people's expectations are very high for his performance on Sunday.
Well, they should be. They should be. He's going against a shitty-ass Packers defense that gives up a ton of yards. So before we get into Jaren Hall, Tommy DeVito lights it up, gets the Dubski. Baker Mayfield, 4 touchdowns, like 300 and some yards.
He was almost perfect.
He was almost perfect. And who was it? Bryce Young. Bryce Young. They made him look like the first overall pick. Bryce Young has a career day. So they've had 3 very bad weeks of defense against quarterbacks. So Jaren Hall, this is the best case scenario for him.
It's like that Weezer song, Perfect Situation. He's really going into a perfect situation. Defense that's reeling. Everybody who's a Packers fan, Packers supporter is just on the Fire Joe Barry bandwagon. If you look at anything on Packers Twitter, it's everywhere. This defense is a mess right now. So no Jared Alexander either. This is the perfect situation for Jaren Hall to come in, and not just come in, but to succeed.
Yeah, I mean, my fear is that he does very, very well. It gives us unrealistic expectations because he's going against such a shitty team. But that would be a wonderful problem to have. So we're going to do a stat line, but let's just, expectations as far as what do you think we're going to see on Sunday night?
Well, the other factor I think that could actually lower his numbers is if the Vikings do run the football and they run it well against this Packers defense that is not doing well against the run, 136 yards per game, I believe they're giving up. First time we didn't have much success running the ball against them. If it is working, then you also have to think, is Kevin O'Connell going to stick with it? So run game could diminish his numbers a little bit if it is going, and if it is, especially like the touchdowns. If we're in the in the red zone, run the ball well, score a couple on the ground, could take from his touchdown numbers.
It could. As far as just what to expect play calling wise, like I think they're just going to open up the book. I don't think there's going to be little dinks and dunks. I think Justin Jefferson's going to be a big part of this. I think they're not going to be scared to stretch the field at all. Hopefully Jordan Addison is out there. Obviously, we're not going to have our stud tight end, but I don't see any limitations as far as the play calling they're going to do. I don't think they're going to have a tiny little book by any means.
No, but I do hope they roll him out. He can make plays with his legs, make it easier for him, give him a couple reads. Don't make him drop straight back and have 5 different progressions to go through. Simplify a little bit. But you're right. I think KOC is just going to call his game like he normally does. I don't think he gives a shit who the quarterback is. He likes his offense. He will call his offense, and they will air it out plenty in this one.
I hope so. JJ owns the Packers, owns them, just like their fans think they own the team. Silly fools.
Bunch of morons.
Yeah. So, he's going into a great situation. Run game is going to be key. Hopefully they get that going. Hopefully a lot of play action. Hopefully a lot of JJ. Like I said, hopefully a lot of Jordan Addison is healthy. But let's look at a stat line. What do you got up your sleeve?
I'm going to temper mine a little bit. I'm not going to go overboard here. I'm not going to blow my load. Maybe just because I want to be surprised and I want him to hit my exceed my expectations. So I'm going to say 255 through the air, 1 touchdown, and 1 interception.
It's a great stat line. What do you want him to do?
I want him to go 330 and 2 and no interceptions.
Yeah, I got 244 in the air, 2 touchdowns, 0 interceptions. If Tommy DeVito can't throw an interception, Jaren Hall ain't throwing no interception. And then I got like 40 yards on the ground. Nothing overly crazy, but he's gonna be making some plays with his legs. And more so, I got us winning. I got a big old dub. Jaren Hall is gonna be
give it away.
Oh, no, we're gonna win. We're winning.
Don't you dare drop your score to prediction Saturday.
We're gonna win by a lot.
Yeah, I'm feeling good about this one too. Jaren Hall, you got him at what, 245? I have him at 255. I had a touchdown. You had 2.
No turnovers. That's the big key. Not a single freaking turnover.
At this point, I'll be happy with 1 turnover.
0 turnovers. Let us know comments. Give us a stat line. Give us a prediction. What do you think Jaren Hall is going to do against this putrid Packers squad?
And remember this while you're making that stat line prediction. The first New Year's celebration dates back 4,000 years ago.